Hello everyone, another exciting moment with Miss Jabeen here.
Oh, I'm really excited,
How was the response to the first episode?
I must say I'm amazed with the response we received after the first podcast. मजा आ गया एकदम से और इतना मजा आ गया कि हमारे साथ और भी स्पीकर्स जुड़ रहे हैं।
वाह रे वाह, totally agree. तब भी मजा आया और अब भी बहुत मजा आने वाला है. And आज का episode is a special one on Women's Day, right?
No, it's not just special. It's extra special episode on Women's Day. We have special speakers with us here.
Wow, I'm so excited. बता दे कौन है?
नहीं, अभी नहीं, थोड़ी देर बाद.
ठीक है. Before we get into that, shall we give a happy shout out?
Yes, why not?
Happy Women's Day! To set the context to all the listeners out there, on March 8th, we celebrate International Women's Day, and the theme for this 2021 is Choose to Challenge. The idea is from challenge comes change. So let's all choose to challenge gender bias and inequality. Let us all celebrate women's achievements. Let us all help create an inclusive world. This episode is also in honor of two other important days, National Women's Day and National Girl Child Day. अभी बताएं कौन है हमारे special speakers?
नहीं यार, थोड़ा सब्र तो कर लो.
Okay, but let me tell everyone that all the speakers here believe in power of education. All of us believe that you educate a girl, you educate a generation.
Yes.
And we have a beautiful poem by Amanda Gorman in these lines. Let's all read that out.
Power unfolds in a girl at school, like the first pages of a book unwritten. She's a story waiting to ignite. An educated girl is like the question the first rain tosses at the earth after the drought. Are you ready to start again?
A girl who dreams to be the first in her line, to go to school, is the most vivid of things. Like the one red spark that stands up to the sky in a chorus of wet logs.
A girl who graduates secondary school is like the first wave to hug the shore after a hurricane, whispering the coming of better things. These we know as truths, not wonders. The miracle isn't just a girl being the first. It is in her seeing that which is non-existent.
It is her seeing the blank space of an untouched sky and sculpting her own dreams into the emptiness. A girl who is the first is a vision in and of herself. These girls don't want to be unbelievable. They want to be believed in. For educated girls not to be a marvel, but a movement. After all,
You don't know how strong the willow tree is until
you see her arms dance in the face of the storm. We remember this and more so that we might imagine a day for the girl without such first, where the wind opens the floodgate for the river of women behind her. We are here not to be the first, but to refuse to be the last. We are here not to be the first, but to refuse to be the last. तो जबीन अच्छा लगा?
हाँ, बहुत अच्छा लगा. And now it's time to introduce our speakers.
I think they'll have guessed it by now. आवाज से तो मालूम पड़ा होगा. ठीक है. So yes, it's all about inclusive leadership at EPS. Your leadership assures that all team members feel they are treated respectfully and fairly. We accept and respect diversity. And one thing that each of us have witnessed here, Jabeen, I'm sure that it's all about cultural intelligence and effective collaboration. And it's beautifully nurtured by a wonderful principal, Matthew KG, and a graceful leader, Vice Principal, Gubain Matthew. Over to both of you. Do you reflect on how you are nurturing the inclusive leadership here? And ma'am, please do talk about the small victories, how each of us can work towards long-term success. Thank you.
Hi everyone. I'm part of a community of professionals, leading them to their personal and professional growth and success. Most of my colleagues are women, as is the case in most of the education institutions in our country, if not all. And I'm happy and proud of all my teammates, whether it's women or men. We have been able to develop a very inclusive culture in our organization, one based on mutual respect and acceptance. There is no assignment or role reserved for either of the genders in our organization, except perhaps that of the school bus drivers, for the only reason that I have not received any application from a female candidate. The same is the case with our students too. We do not accept or permit any kind of bias, prejudice, or discrimination on any ground, let alone on the basis of gender. Love and respect are the key words that we use to define all human relationship in our organization. I'm of the opinion that in our organization, anything that can be done by one person can be done by any other person, irrespective of it's a girl or boy, or a woman or man. At Excel Public School, every day is a Women's Day, and we do not wait for 8th March to remind ourselves of it. We celebrate diversity, we celebrate individual and collective excellence, we celebrate our togetherness, we celebrate our achievements, small or big, and we celebrate life. Yes, we never miss an opportunity to celebrate life. And my colleagues of both the genders add color, energy, and meaning to these celebrations, one not less and the other one not more. So happy Women's Day to all my female friends out there. Thank you.
Thank you, Miss Jabin and Miss Reena, for this opportunity. This is something which is very close to my heart. When you ask me as an individual, as a woman, I respect me. Maybe because I was respected from home to the workplace through the society where I lived in. But I see around women who are not able to challenge themselves and take a small step forward and win in that. Be that first woman in your family who is going to go to work. You tell yourself, I am going to be that first woman. Let that challenge be not for my daughters and granddaughters. Let that thought comes to you first, and you may make it. Any tough job, even if climbing the Mount Everest, starts like that. It is with the thought. All the working women out there, I'll share my experience here. One day my daughter told me, Amma, why don't you sit at home like my friends' mothers do? I sat with her and told her, I'm very happy to do that. But two things here. One, you may miss certain things in that process. Another thing is, I love being a teacher. My daughter, who was 9 then, is 21 now. Yesterday she told me, I did not understand it then, Mama. Now this has empowered me. It is possible to hold on to one without letting go of the other. Have grit, not guilt.
My God, it was so heart touching. I'm really blessed to be a part of EPS, and my personal opinion is that it is important that women take up work and contribute to the nation.
This is what we need for our progressive India, and as our leaders rightly said, every organization must be all about love and respect. We are embracing that togetherness here, and also each of us can be the best of ourselves in the truest sense, and that's what we need for our everyday victories.
Life is an amalgamation of all the people. We are all together here, and let's all live in equality and togetherness.
Do we have Google Forms for this episode too?
Yes, we do have the Google form available right below this podcast, wherein they have questions associated with 10 women pioneers. And so once again, happy Women's Day. Hope you enjoyed this episode. Stay tuned. See you soon with more speakers.
Yes, on behalf of EPS family, sending love and prayers. May you be happy, healthy and safe. See you around.